In the Old Testament book of Lamentations, chapter 5, Jeremiah, who was called the weeping prophet, is crying out to God because of the terrible circumstances that he and the people of Jerusalem were experiencing. During the reign of 5 kings, he had warned the inhabitants of the southern kingdom of Judah that their spiritual decline would lead the nation to defeat and destruction. But I don't think anyone imagined what Jeremiah describes for us. It's a gloomy picture that he paints as he describes the devastation that surrounds him. I'll read it in a moment, but first of all, let me just say hello and welcome once again to another heart-to-heart talk with me. I'm John Kuert, the pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me on this day before Thanksgiving. And when you think about what Jeremiah and the people back then were experiencing and how good we have it right now, we really are blessed. But that's not to say that bad times might come for us as well. They're talking about recession and all that. I hope not, but you just never know. And so we need to really keep our eyes on the Lord. Well, let me finish this message and then I will finish up. It says this in Lamentations 5. Jeremiah is writing, "Our inheritance has been turned over to aliens, our homes to foreigners. We have become orphans and fatherless, our mothers like widows. We must buy the water we drink. Our wood can be had only at a price. And those who pursue us are at our heels. We are weary and find no rest. We submitted to Egypt and Assyria to get enough bread. Our fathers sinned and are no more, and we bear their punishment. Slaves rule over us, and there is none to free us from their hands. We get our bread at the risk of our lives because of the sword in the desert. Our skin is as hot as an oven, feverish from hunger. Women have been ravished in Zion and virgins in the towns of Judah. Princes have been hung up by their hands. Elders are shown no respect. Young men toil at the millstones. Boys stagger under loads of wood. The elders are gone from the city gate. The young men have stopped their music. Joy is gone from our hearts. Our dancing has turned to mourning." Talk about troubles. My. They were really in a bad way. But in the midst of this doom and gloom, there is a bright spot. After Jeremiah looks around at the circumstances, he looks up to God. And he says, "You, O Lord, reign forever. Your throne endures from generation to generation." In other words, I don't know all the trials and tribulations that you might be going through. For all I know, you may feel worse off than those people in Jeremiah's day. Although most people, after reading the above passage, come to the conclusion that things could be a lot worse. But I do know this: God is still reigning, and he is still on his eternal throne. And I want you to be encouraged by remembering the little saying, "The outlook may be dark, but the uplook is always bright." Many times during the challenges and the changes of these past couple years, I have felt like waving the white flag and giving up. Instead, I looked up and found that even though there was turmoil in the circumstances around me, there was perfect calm around his throne. God always has been, always will be in control. All we have to do is realize it and relax in him. And so I think that we have a whole lot to be thankful for. We're not anywhere near what they were like, what they were experiencing back in those days. So we need to be really, really grateful and thankful for the peace that we have felt, for the material blessings, for the spiritual truth that we have, and for so many blessings that could go on and on and on. So tomorrow when you sit down to that famous meal, that Thanksgiving dinner, whatever it might be, maybe you don't have turkey, maybe you have ham, or maybe you have pork chops, I don't know. But whatever it is, be thankful. Look around. Thank God for your family. Thank God for your loved ones. Thank God for our country, for the peace that we have. And pray. Pray for it. There's still a lot of problems to solve. No doubt. We have a lot of very serious problems to face in our country. So let's pray together that God will keep America on track and not allow us to slip back into some other form of government like socialism or some of these other isms. Let's just really pray that we will always be the home of the brave and the land of the free. Well, thanks again for joining me. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you, from my heart to your heart. And I pray that I'll see you again soon, either on these programs or in person at our church, 499, remember, Greenville Pike in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Would love to have you, 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. God bless and have a great day. Bye-bye.